Hey everybody, Fred Bernardo, the smoking guitar player from Fred's Music and Barbecue in Shillington, Pennsylvania. How you doing? Hey, guess what we're gonna cook today? We're gonna roast some beautiful jalapeno peppers, and we're gonna grill them on that. Here we go! We're going to do some cooking today, some roasting, and we're going to do it on this here thing. That's right, that's a grill. It looks like some kind of moon unit, but it isn't. It's actually a grill. That's called a Cobb grill, and you can tell mine's really been well used, because I like this little bugger and I use it all the time. Now we're also going to use some of this here A-fire coconut charcoal. Makes a really nice flavor in our food. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is let's talk about the Cobb grill. It's C-O-B-B. And the reason it's called a Cobb grill, believe it or not, it was actually designed or invented to be used in Africa, in countries where people are starving and they can't cook their food right. And this little baby will actually burn and grill and roast using corn cobs as the fuel. That's like the most abundant fuel they have over there. But we're going to use it with this here coconut charcoal. Okay? So we're going to take a better look at it now. We're going to get it fired up, and then we're going to get our food ready. So here's the trusty Cobb grill. Now you'll notice I got this grill sitting on top of my countertop. Now this ain't any fancy countertop. I can't afford granite or anything like that, so I just got Formica. And you'd think this thing is going to get hot, but this actually stays so cool that when this grill is roasting chickens, we can actually carry it around while it's doing it. It's that cool out here. People use them on boats and RVs. Now one of my little feet actually broke off the bottom, and I actually got this special little tool here. It's called a twig. Now you'd think, is that going to get hot and burn? Nope, it's not going to get hot. I'll be able to pick this thing up. Okay, and we're going to fire it up now, and then we'll see what temperature it gets to. But first, let's take a look at the Cobb. By the way, you know where you can get this thing, don't you? That's right. Look on your screen, fredsmusicandbbq.com. Okay, so this is a crusty little devil, but I cleaned it the last time I used it. I've got this grate here, and I've got one of these here, like a non-stick ribbed grilling surface. And I also got the non-stick frying pan if I want to fry some stuff. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to get it started. You got this little tool here that you can pick up your thinger, take it off. And if you look in there, you're going to see that's the coconut charcoal in there. And you see around here, you can actually grill food on top and put potatoes around the sides there, or it'll catch your drippings if you do bacon or something. But you can actually roast more food around there while you're cooking your other food, okay? So let's just take some of these out here. We're going to use one of these little starter cubes. I'm going to put it down in there. I'm going to get my lighter. Hardest part of this job is figuring out how to get past all the safety stuff on this lighter. I got it started. Now I'm going to build my little fire over the top here with my coconut charcoal. There you go. I'm going to push this over here, get out of my way, and I'm ready to start getting my food ready. We'll come back and we'll check the temperature on that in a little while. Okay, so here we got some beautiful jalapeno peppers. Jalapeno, you know, we got these cooking DVDs at the store we watch all day long. And there's some really good chef, Rathbone I think his name is, or something like that, from down in Louisiana. He calls them jalapenos. Some people call them jalapenos, and I call them jalapenos because, you know, it's got one of them little squiggle things over the end. Jalapenos. Now, nobody, you're never really sure where these came from, what they've been into, so we make sure we rinse them off really good. That's the first thing. Could have come from China, but most of them come from New Mexico, and they're just beautiful this time of the year. Now, before we get these things ready, we're just going to roast these today. We're going to kind of slice them up and roast them. Before we do that, we're going to do this. This is a very important step. You definitely want to wear gloves when you do this. Otherwise, no matter how many times you wash your hands, if later on today I would happen to touch certain parts of my body, and you know the ones I'm talking about, let me tell you something. You'd hear me screaming all the way from here to Cincinnati. Okay? So, let's just get them ready. We're just going to cut them in strips, and we're going to just roast them in our grill. Okay? So I'll show you how we're going to do this. I personally don't like things real hot, so I'm going to actually remove most of the heat, and I'll show you how to do that. I got my knife. I'm going to cut it in half, pull the stem off, okay? like that there. We're going to keep these seeds out of here. Now most people think the heat is in the seeds, but it actually isn't. It's in those veins in there. Okay? Those veins, some people call them veins, it's actually called the pith. That's P-I-T-H. Stop laughing. The pith. And we've got this handy dandy little tool. And guess where you can order one of these at? That's right. And what you do is, you just kind of scrape this stuff out. Oh, that works so good. Now I used to use a spoon to do this. Man, this thing works much better. Just like that there. Look at that. And what we're going to do is, after we got all the pith out of there, after we've cleaned the pith out of them, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse them again just to make sure. But if you look in the pith here, let me see if I can see it. I probably can't show you. There's a little yellow vein in there. And that little yellow vein is the capsaicin, and that is hot as all mother. Okay? So that's how we do it. And then we're going to cut these in half. Here, some of them I'm going to leave whole. Okay, and I use these things on pizza, when they're grilled and roasted. I use them with eggs, you know, like omelets and things, and they're just really excellent. So we're going to cut them all up, finish them all up, and then we're going to roast them on our grill. Now we're going to get our peppers ready. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give them some extra virgin olive oil, a little grease up job. We got them all cut. I got to tell you something. This little handy gadget, I cleaned the pith out of these peppers in like no time. And it worked great. And you know, you can get in here and you can clean out a little extra stuff if you don't want them to be hot, or you can leave some of it in there and it'll be hot. Like here's part that came out, and you can see the red in there. That's the capsaicin. That's the heat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little of this here on it. There's Tasty Licks Barbecue Tree Hugger Veggie Blend. And that's just a little bit of garlic, so I'm going to put just a little in here, a little more, just till they're coated nice. There you go. Now this is herbed garlic salt, basically. I'm just going to get them so they don't stick to our grill. And they are going to be really good. Now I use these things on omelets, on all kinds of stuff. Pizza. If you're going to make some ABTs, you can use that little tool to strip them out. Really easy. Really worked like a champ. Okay, so let's get them on our grill. So here we got our Cobb grill. And that's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. I got it right there on the counter because it ain't going to get hot. Let me clean some of my stuff out of the way here. We're going to get our grill ready, and we're going to put our peppers on. I think what I'm going to do today, first I'm going to put the regular grill grate on there. Uh-oh, I got my charcoal a little too high. Let's knock that down a little. Hope that'll work. I'm going to put my regular grate on there. And I'm going to try leaving this grate on here. We're going to kind of roast them on that grate. We got them all oiled up good. They're not going to stick. We're going to put them right on there. So I'm just going to kind of do it. Here we go. Look. Probably going to do a couple batches. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to do them skin side down first. And we're going to see how that works out. We got some room for some more in there for sure. Oh man, that's beautiful, ain't it? Look at that. Beautiful. What we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on. We're going to come back in a while and see how long it takes. We're also going to take the temperature of this thing once we get it heated up. It's going pretty good. Okay, so we're back in the Tasty Licks Barbecue Test Kitchen, commonly known as Fred's Backyard, and we're roasting peppers on our Cobb grill. Roasting some jalapenos. So let's take a look. It's been about 15 minutes. And oh yeah, lost one. They are looking good. Now I just want to show you something here. This thing's roasting like crazy. I can pick this thing up. I got my twig under there holding it up. It's not even warm. Just a little bit. So let's see what they're... Oh man. They're beautiful. I probably should have got to them a little earlier. We're going to turn these over and we're going to cook them the rest of the way. Okay, it's been about another 10 minutes, so let's see how they're... Oh, you should smell that. They always say that on TV. I wish you could smell that. Well, I'm going to say it too. I wish you could smell that. Look at that. These are roasted. Oh, they are just perfect. Some of them a little more, some of them a little less. Really nice. So, folks, that's the end of the show. Here we got our beautiful... I just want to taste one right now. Our beautiful roasted peppers. So, we'll see you next time. Don't forget, you can look on our website. Right there it is on the screen. www.fredsmusicandbbq.com. We got all kinds of cooking videos on there, all kinds of recipes. And don't forget, we sell all this stuff. We sell that Cobb grill. You know, we sell that little fancy doodad that takes the pith out of the center of the pepper.